this day came a lot sooner than I thought it would. Today, let's just jump right into it. We're looking at a 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe in the limited trim. Let's start with the exterior as usual. This just straight up looks incredible. It's probably the most beautiful Hyundai I think I've ever seen. Obviously, I love the IONIQ 5 and everything like that, but this is just, I mean, look at that. It's aggressive. So let's start up front with the grille. Sorry about the flashing with the LEDs, but they are H, daytime running lights, H for Hyundai. You have active grille shutters up front. With this one, you also have the 360-degree camera with it being a limited trim. You have the new Hyundai badge here. And going down the side, we've got our really nice wheels that are on the limited trim. For the first time ever, Hyundai has put their badging on the side of the car like this, which is different. We normally don't do that. But take a look at the side profile. And most people say that it looks very Land Rover Defender. But this is just going to show you how much bigger the new Santa Fe is compared to the previous Santa Fe, which in my last video was actually the 23 Santa Fe. So side by side, they're very different. Really nice power folding mirrors on this trim with the cameras built in. Going along down the side, this one doesn't have the pillar handle like the calligraphy does, and I believe the XRT does as well, but we are getting an XRT this week, and that's going to be its own video as well. Here's the most controversial part about the Santa Fe is the taillights. They are really, really low. I will say at first I didn't really like them. However, they have really grown on me, and they're also in that H pattern. But what's the most impressive part about this whole rear, and the reason why the taillights are the way they are, is this is the widest tailgate Hyundai has ever made. And it literally goes from corner to corner and opens up like a canopy. I mean, look at that. It's huge, huge. And of course, the Hyundai Santa Fe is now a third row again. So you can pull these seats up, latch these back. They do recline a good bit. Let me see here. It's 2 seats. So 1, 2, this is a bench. So it doesn't have the 8-seat capacity that the Palisade does, but it can get 7. Most of your upper trim levels will be 6-seaters with the captain's chairs in the second row, but with these down, you have a lot of room back here. And another first, you can actually control the fan speed in the third row, which is different. And then you have your 116 volt back here too. You can also fold down the second row from back here. And that's just so much space, so much more space than the previous Santa Fe. It is really, really a huge, huge jump. But anyway, we'll get back into that later. Closing the gate, again, it's huge. It's massive. You'll be able to fit so many things in there. We got our single exhaust down here with that really cool little shape. And then more of the side profile. So the exterior is, of course, absolutely beautiful. It's head turning. Everywhere I've been driving this car around, whether it's pulling it in the back lot, our sister dealership is breaking their neck looking at it. They sell GMCs, so this Hyundai is really catching everyone's attention, and every customer that comes up to the lot immediately sees this thing, and they're like, what is that? However, I'd argue the biggest change is definitely in the interior. This is by far the best interior I think Hyundai has ever designed, and it makes me really look forward to the new Palisade in 2026. First off, look at these screens. Okay, so digital gauge cluster, touchscreen with navigation, super fluid. It's the new software suite that Hyundai's doing. It's curved. You can't really see much from that angle, but it's curved towards the driver. It's perfect. It's really, really good. Your cup holders are Yeti friendly. They fit like perfect. They even have these little indents here, but it fits perfectly. 2 wireless charger pads on the Limited, which is just totally unnecessary, but really cool. And another thing that's unnecessary, but really, really cool, this little tray here, right? It's a hidden compartment, okay? Kind of like the Silverados and Sierras, they have something like that. But it's not just a hidden storage compartment. You put something in there, right? Close it, and then you press this button here, and it is a UV light desanitizer, or UV light sanitizer. So it'll literally clean your devices, a pair of glasses, whatever you put in there. It does it. It's really cool. Obviously, you can't really see it in action because it turns it off when you open it up, but it does glow purple. It's really cool. You also have a shelf right there, and then that's actually where your glove box drops down to. Dual climate zone with your heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel, all of your AC controls are there. Your drive mode selection is there as well. All of this is really cool. You got your USB-C ports, the wireless charger indicators are nice. Center compartment is really nice and deep, and it also opens from the back, which is really, really cool, but we'll get into that later. Let's talk about here, right? The new steering wheel. This is like the coolest steering wheel I think Hyundai's ever made too. I love the design of it. It's very simple, but it just looks beefy, and that sounds strange, but I love it. All of your safety controls are very easy to find over here. This thing has everything on it. Highway driving assist, blind spot detection, 360 camera, pretty much every safety feature that we offer is on here. It's great, including that blind view monitor, which is a fan favorite, where you turn your blinker on and you can actually see what's in your blind spot. It's really neat. You also have paddle shifters, and the shift by wire is no longer in the middle, it's now on the column. So you just twist to go into reverse, and now you're reverse, and you just push to park and then twist up for drive and all that stuff. But Hyundai's pretty much putting shift by wire in almost all of their new models now. So the Sonata has it, the Tucson's about to have it, the Kona now has it, and now the Santa Fe has it. The new Palisade, I'm assuming, will also adopt this, and the IONIQs have it too. And I don't know if you can see it over there, but it's kind of hiding. But that is a fingerprint scanner. Right, a fingerprint scanner on a car. Strange, but really cool. So the way it works is you sit down in your car, you reach over here, you scan your fingerprint, and it immediately loads your driver settings and everything. So instead of having to select your user from the driver screen like you normally would, it's just one more quick little thing to do. And of course, it uses the new Hyundai key fob, where it's the Hyundai logo, and it does have the smart park assist, which I'll demonstrate that for you guys as well. Remote start built in, all of that good stuff. This thing drives like a beast too. We'll talk about under the hood, but first let's talk about the back seats. Almost forgot to tell you about the memory seats and of course the power folding mirrors that the Palisade still for some reason does not have in the United States, but it's here on the Santa Fe. There are a few other subtle things that I really like this wood grain, the constant hidden H designs, like on the seats, on the vents, and that wood grain goes all across, and the ambient lighting, you can't see it, but it's all through here. It looks so good at night. But anyway, let's talk about the back seats. So with the seats folded down, it is very simple to fold them up. All you do is you pull this little lever here. So I'm gonna fold them up real quick. So the doors, they actually open at a pretty good angle. It's not quite 90 degrees, but it's very close. You do have sunshades in this model, and they pretty much cover the entire window, which the previous model didn't. There are heated rear seats and cup holders here. Another storage space there. Again, more of that H dynamic. Sorry about that being a little dirty down there. Anyway, take a look at the back. Very nice. You got your cup holders back here. They just pull down out of this little leather pull tab. Pretty standard stuff there. More of that H motif. And then again, you can pull that glove compartment, or not glove compartment, I'm sorry, center compartment from back here. And you now have USB-Cs on the back of the seats, as well as hooks. And again, more of that H styling. There's also dual sunroofs now in the Santa Fe, at least on the limited trim. So that's pretty cool. But obviously most people are curious, how do you get in the third row? So on the bench seat, you hold this here, this slides forward just like the Palisade, and you step on in. Okay, so I'm 5'3", right? So this obviously isn't the best showcase here, but I'm gonna pull these seats as far back as they'll go. I've got room. Again, I'm 5'3", so but this third row is definitely not as big as the Palisades, but it is fine. It's sufficient, and especially considering most people put their kids in the third row, not full-grown adults, which obviously I'm not necessarily full-grown, but 5'3", whatever. I'm comfy. Could I do a long road trip? I mean, yes. Would I enjoy it? Probably not. I'd much rather be in the second row, if not the driver's seat, but this is definitely doable. Just to kind of show you what I got going on back here. Like I said, there's another seat back here. I can control my AC, plug in my phone, got cup holders on both sides, and then getting out, I just push that forward and boom, I'm out. And you can also, of course, do it with this one too, but I was just on the left side anyway. So with that all the way up, I can really stretch out. But again, it's not bigger than the Palisade for third row. And of course, it's a two-seater rather than a bench seater. Now let's get under the hood and go over its powertrain, which is almost identical to the previous one, but it's even better. All Santa Fe's are now powered by the 2.5 Turbo 4 paired with a wet DCT. And oh my goodness, this is a blast to drive. So previously the 2.5T was only allowed on the Limited and the Calligraphy Santa Fe, but now it comes from SE all the way up to Calligraphy. And it is so much fun to drive, especially paired with that DCT. And you still get America's Best warranty with a 10-year, 100,000 mile powertrain warranty, a 5-year, 60,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty, Blue Link is now lifetime for the first owner, so you get connected services for free as long as you own the car. And then of course you'll get 3 years or 36,000 miles worth of free maintenance, as well as 5 years of unlimited roadside assistance, and there's a few other goodies thrown in there. But yeah, this is a very brief kind of just general overview of the new Santa Fe. Last but not least, I'm actually park it next to a Palisade and show you the size difference there. Okay, I just got this one off the truck. It's a Calligraphy Night Edition, but this is them side by side. So, and I could try to pull them up as close as possible as I could to match them at least. But as you can kind of see, the Palisade is a little bit wider, and as far as length goes, let's walk down the middle. Let's see. There's your difference in the rear. The Palisade is about 3 inches longer, give or take. Let's see. It's very hard to kind of tell with the way I got them pulled up, because I didn't, put a ruler down or nothing like that. But they are really, really close in size. After driving both of them back to back, the Palisade definitely does feel bigger, especially in the second and third row. However, this is a much better interior in my opinion, and I personally really like this design. But the Night Edition is really clean. I'm very excited to see the XRT come in. And then of course you have Hyundai Smart Park Assist, where you can literally pull it out with the key. It takes a second to kick in, the lights turn on, the brakes turn off. Well, not turn off, and then it moves all by itself. And as soon as you let off the key, it stops. It also goes backwards. It's not gonna win any races, but it does it all by itself. And it will stop by itself if it detects an obstacle coming at it. As a matter of fact, I'll prove it. I'm gonna hold down the key, and it's gonna come right towards me. Hold it down the entire time. See? Stops. I trust these cars a lot if you haven't noticed. But that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed your first look, or maybe not your first look, but another look at the 2024 Santa Fe. This car is a pleasure, and the pricing is great. This limited model is just over $45,000. So if you're interested, come see me, Mike Morgan Hyundai. This is the only one we have. I doubt it'll be here much longer. I do have plenty more coming though. So let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and of course subscribe if you enjoy my content. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.